Malayalam Cinema is going big is a video I made recently where I talked about the upcoming big projects from Kerala, and I learned in the comment section of that video that I've missed a lot of the films, some pretty big ones. So here is part 2 of Malayalam Cinema is going big, upcoming projects to look out for. So let's break it down. Hello guys, I'm Nona, and whenever you think what else can Malayalam Cinema do, they're like hold your urak. Here's more. This time we're talking about 6 more upcoming films from Malayalam Cinema that are going big. Now before we start, I have some updates on the last video. Since then we got an official announcement for Loka chapter 2 and what to expect from that. Did a whole video breaking down, check it out later. Then we got the glimpse from the Mammootty Mohanlal film coming out with Mahesh Narayanan, and it's being called Patriot. Whenever something new drops, my reaction is always available on the Nona Prince React channel. Then the horror film Diye Irai released, and I've already reviewed it, check it out. It definitely lived up to the hype. And then also the movie that didn't live up to the hype called Karam by Vinny Srinivasan. I've still not seen it, but I have not heard anything good. Should I check it out? Let me know. So with all that aside, let's begin. The first one is Drishyam 3. I don't know how did I miss this one. This is not just the biggest franchise of Kerala, but also the whole of India. Because of the remakes, it has traveled across the country and the world, and part 3 is highly awaited. Now we know that they're already shooting and they released a set picture, the whole family sitting on the dining table, which has become quite an iconic frame from the franchise. Now outside the film, there's a lot of drama going on with the Hindi makers or the remakers. Now there were rumors that both the films will be simultaneously shot and released, but that doesn't look like the case because the Hindi makers wanted to put out a announcement video with Ajay Devgan and they already shot it, but the Malayalam makers stopped them. So there are some tensions between them. I think they should not have given the remake rights already. They should have waited, made their own film, come to the release point, release it worldwide and then give the remake rights. I guess that's not the equation between them. That would harm the Hindi film. But the thing is, the Hindi film itself has its own fan following. People connect with those actors for that story. And I've actually done comparison between the Malayalam version and the Hindi version for both parts. You can check it out here later. There are minor differences between both of them, but the main plot is always the same. All this is something we should not care about. We should care about what they're telling with Drishyam 3. And we know that it's not the final part. Jitu Joseph has said that there could be a part 4 or 5. You never know. And he again has said that this is not gonna be a thriller, but never trust his word after Drishyam 2. Definitely excited about this one. The next one is Chhatta Patcha, the Ring of Rowdies. It is a comedy action film, but also a wrestling film. Not just typical wrestling, but WWE kind of wrestling. We recently had the first glimpse of it and it looks fantastic. It has an insane style to it and it has this local flavor to it, which is nothing like what we see in the West. Again, something new and refreshing from Kerala. And they are going pan-India with this, with Dharma Productions taking the Hindi distribution right. They've got a big ensemble cast. It is a topic, it is a theme that would work pan-India. And they've recently wrapped up the film and is slated to come out in 2026. So really looking forward to it. Next is Valla, a sci-fi zombie apocalypse film, which is actually a prequel to Gaganachari, the Malayalam mockumentary by Arun Chandu. Even they released the glimpse, which looks really interesting. And I really enjoyed the first film. So them taking it ahead with the prequel, where the film is set in a dystopian future where humanity is under siege by zombies. And it is led by a group of rebels led by Professor Ambili. And I've learned it's also a comeback of the actor Jagati Sirikumar. And we'll see a lot of actors from the first film also coming back. Again, a very exciting project to look forward to. Next is Multiverse Manmadan, India's first multiversal superhero film. I never even thought that could be a genre, but it is. Now we don't know much about this film. We just got a poster which looks fantastic. We know it stars Niveen Pauly. It's gonna be a pan-India release. It may give you vibes of everything everywhere all at once. I would say that is a gold standard of a multiversal film. No Marvel film comes close to that. And yet again, such an exciting project to look forward to. Like really, which other industry is making films with such range, cool concepts and ideas, which is so refreshing. Now the next one is Aadu 3 or the Aadu franchise. I'll be honest, I had no idea about this. When I got comments, people talking about this one, I was like, wait, what is this? Third part? I've not even heard about first two. So I had to get into my research and I found out it's a comedy fantasy film directed by Midun Manuel Thomas, with whom I've usually seen, serial killer film like Anjam Patira or Abraham Osler. So I was very surprised he has made comedy films also. Now I learned that the first film didn't do really well at the box office, but later became a cult classic. And then the second one was not that well received, but still was a big success at the box office. And now they're coming with part 3 and the first look looks interesting. What's up with the goat? We have an ensemble cast. We got Jayasuriya, Saiju Kurup, Vinayakan and many more. So do let me know if I should check out first 2 films and maybe I'll make a video about them. And now coming to the last one, which you have to take with a pinch of salt because it's not officially announced. The makers have registered the film, but we have no idea what's going to happen with it. And it's called Lord Margot, a sequel to the first film or maybe a prequel to the first film. And there are rumors that they are approaching Yash to do the role. sounds very interesting. Now, very famously, I'm not a fan of the first film. You can check out my review later. I just found the violence too excessive and really unwarranted. But with the making, with the style, they were really spot on. But a prequel, that too with Yash, maybe telling the story of Marco's father, that is definitely an exciting premise. So those were the big 6 upcoming films from Malayalam cinema. Which are you excited for the most? Let me know. And this clearly shows there's no stopping Malayalam cinema. If you haven't seen part 1, definitely check it out here. If I've missed more, which I obviously have, let me know in the comments below and I will see you next time.